Hello, Knockouts. Tanya TKO here, and I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I help you learn how to love yourselves and one another. On this channel, we use viral video topics as teachable moments for what self-loving or self-abuse looks like in our own lives. And today we're going to be talking about Erica Mena and Safaree. And as you see over here on the side, he is turning up, partying, carrying on in Jamaica, while his preference and his newborn child is fighting for his life, fighting for the baby's life in the NICU unit, the neonatal intensive care unit. The baby was born prematurely. And so we are going to be covering the story today and diving into all of that. We were just broadcasting live a few moments ago and we got bumped off of the air, but that's fine. We're going to just do the whole broadcast over right from the top and from the beginning. And what we're going to do is we're going to cue the intro and get started. All right. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. I am your host, Tanya TKO. I'm a self-love specialist from TanyaTKO.com. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist, and I am a certified life coach with a specialty in relationship coaching. Today, we're going to be talking about Erica Mena and her husband, Safaree, and how while their child is in the NICU fighting for his life because he was born prematurely. Some people wonder whether or not it was all the stress she was under. The father is right here, this guy right here, StankyLeggin it up. I know that's not the real stanky leg, but maybe that's the Jamaican version. I don't understand. Personally, I don't understand how, I don't know how we got here, honestly, but there are a bunch of videos that I want to show you. Make sure that you like the video. Make sure you subscribe to this channel. Turn on the notifications. And sometimes you get unsubscribed. You don't know how. And sometimes you don't get your notification, especially like today when we are going back to back to back, like when the broadcast ended or I do a broadcast earlier. And the platforms don't send, especially Facebook, they don't send you out your notification. Join the text notification squad. So if you are on my text notification squad, go ahead and throw up your 10s. And I'm going to put your 10s across the screen. There's a little bit of a delay between when I announce it. Welcome in. Welcome. And so listen, don't talk about Nikki because Nikki has a convicted offender as her husband and father of her child. So let's continue. Nikki's husband's name is Zoo. So listen, come on, Zoo Petty. Come on now. Welcome back. Hey, okay, so we have Black in the house. Round of applause to all of the people who support the channel through the text notification squad. Thank you all so very much for being a part of the channel. That is a great way to be able to support a creator that you love. So if you like my content, you get something out of it. The text notification squad is only $1.99 a month. $1.99 a month, $22 for the year. If you're international, it's $4.99 a month or $50 for the year. And you get to get a text notification directly to your phone. So even if you can't get to the phone right away, you have the link. And we also do broadcasts off platform. So welcome. Thank you all so much for being here. And look, today I'm stunned. I'm stunned. Oh, so I'll play a little bit of this audio for you. This is him. And he's not even what is he doing? This right here, it's like, so look at him walking into place with his silk pajama-esque type outfit, and he's doing his little Martin. Remember Martin from back in the days used to move like that? This is embarrassing. People have video of him all over They have video of him all over Jamaica, turning up, dancing. His birthday, let's take a look. I was stunned. I was stunned to find out. I mean, look at him. Oh my gosh. I was stunned to find out that this man is 40 years old. His birthday was July 4th. His child has been in the NICU for 10 days. Somebody said that today was the 11th day. So today is the 10th of July. So his child has been in the NICU since before his birthday. But yet he still found his way over to Jamaica to have this turn up time. So what we're going to do is I'm going to play a series of videos for you so that you can get an idea of how we got here. How did we end up getting here? First and foremost, let's take a look at this video so we can see their relationship dynamic. All right, hold on. Let me get this queued up. All right. This is just unbelievable. Hold on. I'm trying to get all right, here we go. So this is their home. This is Erica Mena right here. This is Safaree right there. And these are the children, the child that they already have. They have a little girl by the name of Sapphire. They have a child by the name of Sapphire who is their daughter. And let's see. All right. Let's get this to play so that we can all see the dynamic between them both. Because this right here is stunning to me.
No.
Let's rewind that just a little bit.
I feel like I haven't seen you in a while.
Yeah, I know. I feel like you're my roommate.
I've been sleeping in my studio.
Is it for
I just want you all to just look at how they relate to one another. Look at how they speak to one another. And look at what happens when she brings up therapy, right? Because we talked about this briefly in the last video that got cut off, right?
fulfilling?
It's been,
Does it hug you back?
Does it what?
Does it hug you back?
No, but I've been able to be calm.
Calm?
Yeah.
Calm from the hell you've created?
I haven't created hell.
No?
I just feel like you act very different from before we got married. You just changed a lot.
I feel really neglected by you. I feel like you don't take the time to be into me like you used to. You forget,
his face.
you know, about me. Like, you don't even think sometimes on the weekends to let me sleep in and you take care of Maji. You don't even think, let me just fold these clothes that, you know, she washed for me. I know they're my underwear. Like, you're just so oblivious and so in your own world, and you forget that you're supposed to be my other half. We're supposed to be a team.
Yeah, well, we're definitely not a team. Doesn't feel like it. I wouldn't take our wedding pictures and put it in the garbage. For what? What the hell were you thinking when you did that?
You just tweeted to the world that marrying me was your biggest mistake, and you worried about me dumping wedding pictures that I don't
Yeah,
want to
because
see.
that's personal. That's real life.
And so is
That's something
real life. You
All right, so this is the tweet that he sent out. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Getting married was one of my biggest mistakes, and it will never happen again.
always
That's something
real life. You tweeted something.
Twitter's not real life.
Like, are you even remorseful for the public humiliation? For like how you're making me feel? What are you putting me through? No matter what's in jeopardy for my husband, there's still no click.
Let me take this off the screen and just let you all hear the audio, because you know sometimes copyright stuff. Let's go.
You asked for my hand in marriage. You asked for this family that we've created together. And now that you have it, it's not interesting enough for you anymore.
Look.
I never said that.
How about like when you make comments about like how you don't want to have any more kids?
Okay, Erica.
Okay, look at this. So, he told her he didn't want to have any more children, right? But look at the reason why. Look at the reason.
What's going on up there with you and Safaree?
She's saying, how can I look at this baby and not want another one?
But tell them why you don't want another one. Cause I got too big during my pregnancy.
No, I didn't
Tell
say
them.
that. Yeah, see, first of all, I
Thank
never
you.
said that. That has nothing to do with you. I didn't realize having a kid was this much work, so that's why I said I don't want no more kids. It's a lot of work. I didn't know it was this much work, and we don't have any help.
Do you not like being married?
I'm confused. He says we don't have any help. Aren't they wealthy? Why are they not getting help? You see, this is the thing. So we give little girls the doll babies, and we show girls how to take care of children and how to keep house and all this other stuff. But what are we showing boys? You know what I mean? They have a child and she's like, you don't even think to fold up your own clothes and let her sleep in. So they don't have help. They're not getting help. This is interesting. This is interesting.
Well,
I'm almost scared, like, you don't want to do life with me.
it's so dramatic. Us talking one-on-one is a waste. You need to talk to somebody and you just need to figure your out.
Oh, what about you?
I'm fine.
What? You don't know how to do real life.
So he's like, you need to talk to someone and figure your SHIT out. Oh my goodness. You know, Black men are not getting enough therapy. They're not looking into their mental health enough. They're not taking their mental well-being, their mental unwellness seriously enough to do what they need to do to take care of it. They know how to go to the gym and lift some weights, but they don't know how to, I don't know. Let's continue.
It's not a rap video every day.
What's real life I don't know how to do?
This.
I mean, at the end of the day, everybody has problems. Everybody has demons. It's just a matter if you're mature enough
Yeah,
to face them.
whether I have problems or not, I don't come out aggressive. You're aggressive,
What?
and I don't like the aggressive side of you.
What? You don't like the aggressive side,
I don't
but
like it.
You stir up the pot.
Don't
and when
matter.
it starts overflowing and boiling over, ooh, it's too hot for Safaree.
Get over it.
Oh, get over it.
Or don't get over it and do what you gotta do.
Okay, what do I gotta do then?
Whatever you gotta do to make
What do I
yourself
gotta
happy.
do?
I don't know.
He's
Do what
telling
wanna
you.
Okay, you don't care?
I don't
Telling
care.
you leave. He says he doesn't care.
Are we done?
And then she goes to take off her mic and it's a dramatic scene and they got all the music. Let me turn the music down and I'll just let you all see the rest of it as we talk. Because she's like, get this mic off of me. And she's like, blah, blah, blah. And he just goes back to his phone. And it's just a lack of communication breakdown, not really having the maturity, both of them, to be able to talk. You see they're painting up here together. She throws the mic back out the room. And this is all being filmed for Love and Hip Hop. You see their photo, their little painting together. Like, life is, it's more than just these nice little photo ops. Let me show you all something. Let me show you something. I'm gonna show you all this. I'm gonna show you Safaree's, I'm gonna show you his Instagram page, right? Did we discuss already his age in this video? I don't know if we've discussed it yet, but this is a 40-year-old man. This is not a child. Look, he was born July 4th, 1981. His child has been in the NICU. His child's been in the NICU for 10 days. Some people say this is the 11th day, so we're talking about June 30th. The child's been in the NICU since before his birthday, but for his birthday, he decided that he was going to go out to Jamaica and turn up and have a great grand old time in Jamaica, right? This is what he decided that he was going to do. This is not a young man. This is not a little boy. It says here his name is Safaree Samuels, is an American rapper, songwriter, businessman, and television presenter. Another Samuels. Samuels started his musical career in the group The Hood Stars in the early 2000s alongside a then unknown fellow Afro-Caribbean rapper, Nicki Minaj. Samuels is also known as a solo artist. I don't know if you all remember, Safaree. This was how I first got introduced to him, with his meat spread all over. Listen, do you all remember? So you see these emojis. I had to cover the thing up. I made a meme back in the days. I didn't know who he was and how trifling he was. And I said, when you see a huge challenge, that's my face, and realize you may be up for it. You see these two emojis? That is the full length of that trouser snake he had slapping around over there in that video. Clap if you remember that image. If you don't remember it, you can Google it, because that monster that he had, that trouser snake, that it looked formidable. I don't know what. Listen, he was dating Nicki Minaj. They broke up. Nicki was just devastated by it. She blamed it on the fame and all this other stuff. Look, let me get this off the screen. That was, But now that I know he's street meat, I couldn't even admire anything like this. So listen, who is he? That's who he is. He's this dude. His whole wee is out there on the internet. Everybody's seen everything. There's nothing left to the imagination. Erica Mena, on the other hand, Erica Mena she was a video vixen back in the days. She then went on to star on some reality TV shows. And then she was dating DJ Envy. We're going to talk into while DJ Envy was married. Then she went and she got with, I think she was with Bow Wow. And she says that she was beat in that, or something along those lines. It's just, I'm going to play some clips for you all. But I wanted you all to see. The Twitter, the Instagram page of Safaree, because I think there's a lot of lessons on the Instagram page for us to see. I'm sorry, I have to log back in because remember the computer crashed and now we're back. So it's going to take one quick second to just log in. And I want to give a special shout out to the person who actually did the research on this story, brought the story to my attention, did the research on it, and help me be able to gather all of the links, etc., for what it is, well, most of the links for what it is that we're talking about today. And his name is Dante C. So Dante, thank you for helping me do the research that brought this together. Here. This is Safaree's page. This is unbelievable. Oh my goodness. So this is Safaree's Instagram page, right? And so it looks like, okay, so now he has up all of these images and stuff from his trip in Jamaica and all the stuff that he's doing out there. And, oh, wow. So I guess that was his satin outfit. This is embarrassing, honestly. To me, I find this embarrassing that he's out here doing all this, that, and the other. But there was an image that I wanted to show you. This one right here. Here we go. This is the image I wanted to show you all right here. Take a look. Take a look. Take a look. His caption says, "Every day is Father's Day," right? Every day is Father's Day. So he has a picture of him and his daughter, right? And he's up on the gram with the photo. Remember the video that we did with the guy who was doing the lessons on how to be a player? And he's like, I post pictures online to make it seem like I do more for my children than I actually do. And this is how a lot of us Black women end up getting caught up, because we see some stuff online. We see some images of a person, or we think that they're a good father, or we see them with a picture of their mother, and you don't know what happens after that camera is clicked. How many women out here have baby daddies that come to pick up the baby, to take all of these pictures and make it look like he's a present father? He's like, Father's Day is every day. What about June 30th? Was Father's Day that day when your child was being born and is now in intensive care? This is so strange. The whole thing is bizarre. But let's jump into another video that I want to show you all because there's a lot to uncover here. There's a lot to uncover. Let's see. Where do we even begin? You know what? This is a good place to begin right here. This is a great place to begin. Wendy. Wendy had a discussion about Erica Mena and the pregnancy shoot and all this, that, and the other, right? Let's jump to that part, right? Let's jump to that. Here we go. Here we go.
Erica Mena are having another baby.
So she was just...
Okay, so here's what's going on. So Safaree and Erica Mena are having another baby. Well, they announced it the other day, and a lot of their fans commented that they shouldn't have another child together. Well, there she is, pregnant with a second baby. She looks terrific. I didn't know that she was hiding this, although I don't think people follow them much.
Right. And I think they just announced it the other day. And she just debuted a baby bump, and it looks like, I think maybe she's due in 2 weeks.
What?
Or some, am I wrong about that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I feel like I read that part.
She looks terrific. Anyway, but the thing about these two is that they're always fighting and they're threatening divorce, and Erica clapped back. Take a look at what Erica said.
Granted, there's been mistakes made immaturely, but a marriage is a marriage, and unfortunately, there's been mishaps. But like any marriage, happens. When you're in the public eye, I think me and my husband have both realized, you know, that things should be kept in. But outside of that, like, we're talking about a blessing here, and you guys are really trying to be so negative and nasty about it that it really makes me pray.
We're not trying to be anything. You're the one putting it out there, Erica. You and Safaree. I don't really know you much, Erica, but I do know Safaree enough. And you all need to stop fighting and threatening divorce so much. And you all need to grow up and grow into being parents. And if you're not gonna wanna be married, then just get a divorce and co-parent. And babies don't save marriages, but good luck with at least your first 6 months. Yeah, good luck.
All right. So that's what she had to say, right? That's what she had to say. And then, I mean, did Wendy tell any untruths, right? Did Wendy tell any untruths? Did she untruth? Did she lie? Did she besmirch her? Did she say anything downgrading about that woman? But look at how she came out. Right? I'm going to play this video for you all, right? There's a channel by the name of Chronicle Speaks, whom I really have enjoyed this channel in the past. And here, we're going to play a little bit of this because Erica Mena came back out and had some comments for Wendy.
Up reality stars that just irks the mess out of me.
Okay,
they just troll online, nothing but. But before we get into that, be sure to this, don't miss. Let's get back. Earlier this week that she was pregnant with baby number 2. Not that any of us cared or even was checking for sis, but after the announcement, she was mad at the backlash.
It's actually really sad because
we just saw this, so.
And to announce something so amazing into our family. Now, granted, there's been mistakes made immaturely, but a marriage is a marriage. Marriage.
Right.
Me and my husband.
Saw all of that, so.
Really makes me
that possibly be they're bringing a beautiful new baby into the world. Well, Miss Erica Mena and Safaree have gone back and forth online with the I hate you, I hate I married you. Just February of this year, Safaree took to social media and said, I mean this from the bottom of my heart. Getting married was one of the biggest mistakes and it will never happen again. I'm walking away before I end up going to jail over some dumb ish. Nobody is worth my freedom.
Oh my goodness. And then Erica came back out and said Since you always run to social media, I mean, this is just so fatiguing. Since you always run to social media like a little girl, I might as well join in. I absolutely agree with you on this. You are the most selfish, vain, and inconsiderate person, and not just with me, but with your only daughter. And then Chronicle starts to pontificate that he was going to have a son because she didn't say only child, she said only daughter. So that's when she was like, aha, she had that idea. So she's like, we'll
Erica
see.
didn't say your only child. She said only daughter. So they should be having a boy this time, I'm thinking. But we'll see.
And she was right.
Now,
Good picking up on that.
also was said to have said that Erica Mena had gotten too big during her first pregnancy, and he did not want to have any more kids with her.
And then we played that clip already.
Too big.
All right.
She said.
And down, child, we just could not keep up with their marriage. Everybody was looking at them sideways, and now they're bringing a new child into the world. And the crazy part is, we wouldn't have known any of this information if it wasn't for Tweedledee, and Tweedledee spoke on them recently.
So
Safaree.
So now she's talking about Wendy talking about it, and then so what I want you to see is how Mena decided to respond. I'm sorry, we're just going through. All right, here she goes.
Said what she had to say. Erica Mena took the.
Here come Erica Mena. So she says, Wendy, at this point, let's link up so I can beat your ass. Your ex-husband didn't do a good enough job. I mean, who says something like that? Unbelievable. First of all, you're pregnant. You're talking about beating people. And the reason why you're going and saying that is because Wendy Williams is a 50 plus. How old is Wendy Williams? She's 50 plus years old. You're a 33-year-old pregnant woman. You're talking about beating her ass. Wendy Williams is a talk show host from Jersey. She's doing her job reporting on the story. You're talking about getting into some altercation over what? Over her opinion that is her job. And she said you look good. She congratulated you. She spoke what was her truth, that babies don't save marriages. And then you're going to see what happened right after this, right? So it's like, I think that this is really tacky. I think it's tacky I mean, Wendy is, this is just, can you imagine Wendy Williams fighting? Like, why come and say, like, come on. Like, can you imagine Wendy Williams in any type of fist fight? It's dumb. But here's this woman bringing this ghettoific, trashy behavior here. So Wendy is 58? Is she really? Wendy looks really good for nearly 60. So we're talking about a woman who is nearly 60. And some 33-year-old pregnant woman is talking about let's fight. I can only just hope that those were the hormones talking, because that's just disgusting. It's dumb. It's low vibrational. It's petty. It's ridiculous. Like, if anybody else, like if the Brat made some statements about Erica Mena, do you think Erica Mena would be like, come on, the Brat, let me come and beat your ass? Like, come on. It's like you're threatening to beat up a 60-year-old woman and her fragile bones. You see Wendy is top heavy at that. I can just picture Wendy teetering on her heels talking about, stay away from me. This is this ghettoific foolishness, just ridiculous. Let's continue and see what else is inside of this video.
Honestly, I think Erica saw how much press Jocelyn got for saying what she said.
Oh yes, this.
You're not in an abusive relationship anymore. You don't deal with that man anymore. You should be in a better place.
And Erica was taking that clout chaser route. Needless to say, I do not think what Wendy said was bad. And she actually complimented Erica.
Yeah.
Wendy is a realist and honestly speak, yet to respond to Erica's threats. But one person that wasn't too pleased was Wendy's ex-husband, Mr. Kelvin Hunter. Kelvin did what he does best, and that's take to Instagram. But I honestly don't even think it's Kelvin. Like I told y'all before, I believe this is Sharina speaking for Kelvin. But either way, one of them took to Instagram and said this. I don't know where the narrative grew legs with these reality show brides, but let's set the record straight. I have never put my hands on no woman. No domestic charges ever for Ish. Get it right. I'm a lover, not a beater. Real truth coming. Well, where is it?
Yeah, I don't know what's up with that. But there's more. There's more. What are your thoughts on this nonsense so far? What are your thoughts? Because she went through all of that talking about I'm gonna beat your ass and all of that. But then look, 1 week later, let's take a look and see what happened. Just 1 week later. Where is my link? Oh, I don't see it. Okay. Okay, hold on. Here, I just found it. Here we go. All of this music people got. Let's see. So here. This is just also interesting. Also interesting. Let's see.
Trouble in paradise for Erica Mena and Safaree, and it does seem that Erica Mena is finally saying enough is enough. Now, Erica Mena has just filed for divorce against her longtime husband Safaree, and after all the craziness of this relationship, I can say, did we expect anything different? Now, you guys know this relationship has been up and down. From Safaree going on social media saying that marrying Erica was doing another woman's clippers. Check this out.
So this is video of Safaree in the club dancing on some woman's booty. So what you think he out there in Jamaica doing? The home of dance hall. Come on now. If she was upset about that, which I hope she wasn't. This is just pure effery. So this goes on. Oh, you know what I want to show you? Let me show you this. Oh my goodness. Let me show you this. They're, what do you call this?
Shout out our Urban Central. Yeah, this put on
this, their proposal video. So this is the proposal video. So Safaree, so remember when she was like, you proposed to me, you this, you that. Let's take a look and see if we could get a cleaner, let's see. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you like. So here, let's take a look at this. I just think this is unbelievable. So this is the proposal video. And so he hired a singer, put all these candles on the ground. And so now they're there. Can you see it? Look. And so he is. Are you serious? And she was so emotional. And she picks him up from the ground, talking about hold me, hold me. They're hugging. He went through all this production. Yes. Look, he's down back on his knee. And the singer's singing. Everybody got their phones out, capturing this beautiful moment. So it's like people can have these wonderful Instagram photo ops. But are they really willing to do the work and invest in doing the internal healing that would make them a good partner, right? So he even hired people to do fireworks. Oh my gosh, they got this foolishness. I wish there was a way that I could get this off of the screen. I did not know that this was here. Ugh. How do I get this? How do I move these off of the screen? Can you move them? So anyway, so she's all, look at her. She's so happy. They got the fireworks and all of that, right? All right. It's nice to have these wonderful pictures, but life is so much more complex than that. It's like we love to be, it's like we look at Instagram and we salivate at we want a relationship so that we could take photos with these people. We're looking at people's relationship from afar and seeing how happy they look, how happy the kids look, how cute they are. I'm going to show you something else, right? All right. Hello, Knockout. Here, let me show this to you. Do you all remember this? Iggy Azalea. She wanted that Black experience. Here. Remember, I did listen. Iggy Azalea came out, and little Uzi Vert was the person she decided to have a child with. No. Iggy Azalea says Playboy Cardi. That's who it was. Playboy Cardi misses his son's birth because he went to Philly to play PlayStation with Little Uzi, right? And we showed the pictures of the boondoggle of a situation that existed over there, right? Where's the, how far into the video are the photos of this guy? Oh my goodness. Here. So we were looking at images of him and what it is that he looked like, right? She wanted to try to pretend to be black so bad and or get all the accolades and all and culture vulture and all of that. And then she went and she had her ghetto fabulous, I'm all alone, now I'm a single mother experience. You know, it's like there's so many people that look at the black community and they push out all of this ire towards black women and what it is that we're doing wrong. And they think that they got the leg up. Oh, I got the real hair. Oh, I got the light skin. Oh, I know how to cater. You want to see a flash from the past? Let's take a look at Tanya TKO. Knockouts. Tanya TKO. Let's take a look at Tanya TKO circa 2019, right? Oh, Lord. Let's take a look at this. So this is me back in the days. Remember, this is Sin Santana right here. This is Tanya TKO of the past, right? Let me tell you something. Let me explain something to you, right? I had no idea. In 2019, I was still trying to formulate my ideas. So black men said, oh, we love women who submit and who cater and all this other stuff. And these women came out. Remember, Sin Santana came out and was like, oh, we'll play the audio. We'll play the audio for you. Let's do that right now, as a matter of fact. Here, and I'm a self-love specialist and on it. I mean, the full audio. And so here. You don't think So they were talking about how black men love to cater to them. Oh, they cater. Let's take a listen. Let's take a listen here. I only found one channel that had the full video on it. I mean, the full audio and all right, come on, let's go. Let's go, Tan. Look at Tanya of the past. That's so cute.
Like us, she and I.
Y'all can keep the Puerto Rican man. I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good on a Puerto Rican man too. I agree.
What does that mean, Sin? I do black guys all day. Sorry.
shit.
I did the Spanish
too.
I did the Spanish thing. Doesn't work out for me. I'm good.
Why? What's wrong with guys that are Hispanic?
I don't know. I think they're too emotional.
You don't think
They're very overly possessive, me.
They are. The Puerto Ricans? Oh my God.
Oh
Why are you
my
breathing
God.
so hard? Nah, I don't got time for that.
Why are you
I got time for them fucking Puerto Ricans.
Like, why he got
Black
so
guys
close
can
to
be
you in that
possessive
picture?
too.
Like,
Yeah, but
They're controlling.
they
No,
cater
Hispanic men are
to-
very possessive though.
ridiculous.
Hispanic men are way more possessive, and black guys cater to us Spanish girls, especially. Like they, you know what? Let me not even get
Let's
into
rewind that because
Guys that are Hispanic.
I don't know. I think they're too emotional.
You don't think black
They're
guys are
very
emotional?
overly possessive, me.
They are. The Puerto Ricans? Oh my God.
Oh
Why are you
my
breathing
God.
so hard? Nah, I don't got time for that.
Why are you
I got time for them fucking Puerto Ricans.
Like, why he got
Black
so
guys
close
can
to
be
you in that
possessive
picture?
too.
Like,
Yeah, but
They're controlling.
they
No,
cater
Hispanic men are
to-
very possessive though.
ridiculous.
Hispanic men are way more possessive, and black guys cater to us Spanish girls, especially. Like they, you know what? Let me not even get into
Oh,
that.
she's gonna get herself in trouble now. The black girls,
Yeah,
They're gonna be
nah,
like,
I didn't mean it like that, but you know, black girls gonna take it personal.
They'll be like,
Nah, but
okay, you heard that, right? You know, black girl's gonna be like, cut that. People love to, it's like, it's a sport. Making fun of black women is a sport. It's like, I am so happy for the evolution of black female content creators because I see Tanya of the past who pontificated. Is there something to this, right? I pontificated. But listen, listen. But then just a few moments here. I want you to see Button and Sin. This is her definition, right? Because I said in this, the video was up. All you have to do is search for Tanya TKO and Sin Santana. You can watch the whole video. It's a deep video. I watched the whole thing earlier today. There's something about my videos. You go to just watch a little bit, and then the next thing you know, you're an hour in, and you're thinking of stuff you never really thought of before. So watching this video today, I was like, wow, you know what, Tanya? Even though you had not formulated your ideas, and you were like, maybe, is there something to this? It was still a deep video, right? But my ideas have come, not, I won't say full circle, but they have shifted, right? Look at her being catered to. Listen, I just want you to just see. Look at her being catered to.
I'm not too happy right now where we at with our relationship. I don't feel like you're there. You are neglecting me and you are neglecting your relationship. And you are neglecting your family.
Unfortunately, my work is 25/8. Until I work myself into a position where that's not the case.
Good for you. Keep working. Keep working. Go get that money. I'm proud of you.
To decrease
So what?
work.
I don't need you to decrease
Then
work.
what the are you saying?
I need us to find a middle ground, Joey. I need us to act like
The
we're in a
middle
relationship.
ground was the nanny.
No, I don't need no nanny. I need us to reconnect,
At
Joey.
least he got her nanny. Safaree Ross ain't even do that.
We not here. We not here. We not here.
You think that the sole reason for our disconnect is because I'm working a lot and I'm neglectful at home. That's what you're saying?
Yeah.
Would you like to really know what I think?
I would love to know what you think.
For the past year and a half, how you have maneuvered in this relationship is very, very different than the person I fell in love with. And I'm trying to guess what's going on with you. I don't know if it's depression. I don't know if it's postpartum depression. I don't know if it's some career, but you can talk to me about a thing if you want to talk about it.
Because you're always so busy, Joey.
I know, you keep a reason.
And
You keep a reason.
every time I try to talk to you, you're dismissive. You're dismissive as I want someone that's gonna listen to me and make me feel like I'm important. You don't make me feel like that.
No, I'm not going to make you feel like that when everything you bring to me is about some real tiny bullshit while I'm in the middle of working.
And that's my problem with you, that you can't even see because all you're into is work. That's my issue with you, right there. That's my problem. So I've been depressed for a few months now, but you can't even see that because all you do is work.
You know what? Let me pause this real quick. Ladies, let me tell you something. Take care of your mental health. Do not leave your mental health in the hands of a man, any man. You need to make sure that you are good mentally. And if you feel yourself slipping, do the things that you need to do. I didn't announce the rules of this show, but rule number 8 on the show is I am a life coach. I have a life coach and I get psychologically evaluated once a year. I'm good over here and I make sure that I'm good. I go in for my yearly checkups. And if anything is happening in between that I need to be able to utilize, a psychologist is like a tool in your toolbox that you use to be able to help you be good. Let's continue. Oh, this is not the right screen. Where my screen at? Oh, here. Let me, there we go. Oh.
Are you worried about me seeing the depression, or are you worried about actually doing something about the depression?
And that I didn't get his question when he asked it the first time. When I watched that years ago, I didn't get it. But I get it now. Because it seems as if she's putting on this show to try to make sure that he sees her depression instead of doing what it is that she needs to do for her own depression.
I could do something about the depression.
You never come to me and say, hey, I'm feeling away mentally. My mental health is off. I've never heard that.
My mental health is off.
Thank you.
I don't need the insensitive, cut and dry Joe Budden right now. I need the man that I fell in love with. The man
You
who
fell in love
gives
with a
damn.
person who fetishized you, who felt that it was through the womb that more closely resembles his oppressor that he would find redemption and finally be good enough. You think, say, it's just black women who have inferiority complexes and need to try to find ways to position themselves to look and resemble the oppressors? Not just black women who grew up wondering, why doesn't my hair blow in the wind? Black men also have these issues. Why isn't my nose narrow? Why is my skin so dark? Why don't I have money? Okay, I didn't have to go there. Let's continue.
About my feelings.
Regardless whether I'm depressed or not, Joey, you are still being neglectful. You are. I'm still not happy with you and with how we are in our relationship.
Us is secondary to you and depression.
Thank you.
I'm fine if me and you break up if you're not depressed.
Harsh. He's speaking some harsh truths to her now that he's done impregnated her, right? Remember, it's like you, mother of my child, are not the same fun, bubbly, spicy, hot, caliente Latina que yo amé. I mean, it's like, she's a mother now. Things are different. Body goes through stuff. Life changes. It's like they want to be able to not wear protection, pump you full of babies. Then once you're trapped, then all of a sudden they're like, you're not the fun, caliente person that I fell in love with. You saw the same thing Safaree was saying. You're not the same person I married. No, the person that you married was a single woman who was unencumbered. Now you've encumbered her. A little bit more of this and then we're going to jump out.
I have to go.
Look, he's leaving. Look at her. I just want you to take a look at her because I said this in one of my videos and you all were like, no, she was looking good in that video because I said she came out hair wild, looking like Beloved who crawled up out the ground. You remember baby Suggs who crawled up out the ground and then she's going to be holding her baby talking about, oh, listen, this is, you know, they want to talk about, oh, look, this was her. We saw her look when she was in her little confessional and she had that's her with her hair flattened down. This is her stressed the F out, talking to him. Look, she looked like Beloved. Baby shook when she crawled out and was like, why you leave me? Come on. So he
Secondary to you.
He got her trapped now.
I'm fine if me and you break up if you're not depressed. I have to go.
I have to go in the middle of their conversation. Where's the catering that you were bragging about that black women were going to be so jealous of?
I don't care.
This is my favorite part right here. This is my favorite part coming up. I was watching this for the first time live on air. He walks out the damn door. Look, this is my favorite part here. You got your little look. You got your little baby. You got your little biracial baby that you wanted to be able, your multi-ethnic baby, because Latina is not a race. She's multi-ethnic, right? So you got your little black squirt of DNA for your child, you know, to give them, I don't know, you didn't really choose that dark of a man to help your baby with the melanin and all of that, because, so she got her little baby, now she's holding her baby, but this is what you wanted, right? You got your baby? Oh my Lord, this is a mess. Oh my Lord, so where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Do we jump back over to this over here? Do we jump back over to images of Safaree? Let's hear what music he's dancing to. TikToking. Oh. Dollar winding. Come on, look at him. Look at him. He's out here while the mother of his child is in the NICU, and this is him TikToking. Hey, legging at the ear, legging at the ear. And look, then he has a whole bunch of men dancing up alongside him. Whole bunch of men. Really? Let's hear what's on. This is embarrassing. And there's a whole bunch of, this is embarrassing to me. But you want to know what I found to be, most embarrassing? I'm going to be honest with you. Was this right here. This. Let me see if there's. Look. Let me ask you all a question. You're in Jamaica with your friend, right? You're in Jamaica with your friend. I'm going to take a survey. You're in Jamaica with your friend, right? So the numbers, what numbers have we not used? I don't even remember what we used for this broadcast or not. So we'll just jump all the way down to 4 and 5, right? All right. You're in Jamaica with your friend, and then you hear on the internet that your friend has a child, right? who is in the intensive care unit and your friend has gone to Jamaica for their birthday, right? And then you hear, hey man, your child is in the intensive care unit. Do you continue to hang out with this person, turning up, laughing in videos with this person? If you do, go ahead and put up the number 4. Put up the number 4. If you say no, this person, I can't be cool with people like that, put up a number 5. I want to see what your answers are, right? 4, 5. Would you be in photos, in videos with them on the internet, having your face shown out there? 4, or if you say, I can't be down with this, put up a number 5. There's a little bit of a delay between the when I announce and when the you all hear. All right, so we have 5 coming in, right? All right. Okay. Okay. All right, so it looks like it's mostly 5s out there. That's what it looks like. Mostly 5s. I remember I had a female associate who would scream at her child in ways that was just inhuman to me. I spoke with her about it once, and then I spoke with her about it 2 times. The 3rd time, I had to cut her off. I cut her off. I couldn't, because it was just too much. I couldn't. So I read that somebody said she did not want him to be present in the delivery. He went and filed paperwork so that he could be present for the birth. But whether or not she doesn't want him in the delivery room, that is his wife. They filed for divorce, but that is still his wife. His wife gave birth to his child, who is in the intensive care unit. That is his child. This right here that we are seeing right here, this is not self-love right here. When you love yourself,
this guy retarded, son.
So this is not self-love. This is not self-love. Being out there while your child is clinging to life. You saw, let's go to Erica's page. Let's go to Erica's page and see what we have there. Right? Let's search for Erica Mena so that we can see the video that she put up and read. So this is her in the NICU, and the crazy part about it is that she put Jamaican music in her thing. Look. She put some Jamaican music inside of her thing. I don't know why she did that. That was weird to me. But this is her and her child. Well, their child. This is her and their child in the intensive care unit. You see that the child has things strapped up to bring oxygen into the nose. You see that, right? Look, you see the cord? You see that? They say that this is a preemie, but this is a pretty big baby for a preemie. So let's read her sentiment on here. She says, new NICU mommy, day 10. Legend Brian Samuels and mommy staying strong. Let me make this a little larger. See if I can make this larger. Okay. All right. Staying strong, and then it has the evil eye and some magic. So far, 5 out of the 10 days I felt lost. I'm feeling guilty, confused, and scared. I've been getting phone calls and receiving messages. I'm asked a million times how I'm doing and if I'm okay, but how can you be doing? Can you really be okay right now? But I remind myself they love me and they are reaching out because they love me. They might not understand, but they want to. This journey I'm on feels long. It has been tough. I'm taking steps forward and I'm taking some back. I have good days and I'm preparing for the bad ones. looking forward to those days when you feel like your world is falling apart, they will pass. Those moments where you don't recognize the person in the mirror, they will pass. The days you haven't eaten, showered, slept, the guilt of not preventing this, of not being able to fix it either, it will pass. You will eat good again. You will shower long and get some rest. You will be able to look in the mirror and not cry. You will be able to talk about it. You will accept it. You will stop blaming yourself. This whole experience has taught how important it is to protect my peace, how important it is to turn my pain into power. It has also given me a different type of strength for not only me, but my kids. King, StankyLeggin, I promise you, your mommy will make you proud. No more settling and fighting for anything that doesn't deserve me, only because you three forever deserve the best of me. So she had a child before the marriage, and so I believe that's King, and then Sapphire is this one, and then Legend is the one after. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts about all of this, right? So now she's saying she's not going to settle. She's not going to settle for less than she deserves and all of that. And I'm like, okay. You know, I'm going to be very frank with you all, right? You know, there's so many people out there who they think that they have the one up. They think because a person behaved a certain way in a past relationship, oh, well, I'm different. This person is going to be different with me. A person behaves a way because that's who they are on the inside, because there's work that needs to be done. Who could see Safaree dancing out there and have respect for him? You know, so here, let me bring up the comments that people have been leaving on his page. So people have been saying, oh, this is not his page. This is the Shade Room's page. Let's go to his page. So we went to Erica Mena's page from his. So let's just go back to see if that takes us to his. All right, so this takes us to his page. No, this takes us to the Shade Room. No, that's not what we want. We want Safaree's page. So this is Safaree's page. All right, this is Safaree's page. Let's see the comments that people are dropping. Nikki dodged a bullet. Go check on your child. Phew, this is, hold on, where is it? Phew, this is a bad look. This man don't know when to go home. Okay, good. You going home now, you clown? What about your preemie in the hospital? Stop saying go home, go to your wife. His son in the hospital, go see your kids. This man don't give a F. Cornball at his finest. Bro, go visit your kid. This is what people are writing on his, let me get my thing. I don't want to strain out my eyeballs staring at this computer. All right, let's look at what some of the other comments are saying. At least nobody's deleting the comments. I mean, look at him. Look at him. Let's see. You never post this much. What's up? You want the attention, or you want to keep reading the negative comments about your ASS? Go take care of your son. And then somebody who has a verified Jack Thriller puts up some fire on his post, right? And it's true. We saw that he does not post this much typically. Something personal must be going on, or this must be going on with the love and hip hop. Safaree always seemed like a great dad and don't believe what it is that you see online. Stop this mess. Bigger than your baby in the ICU. Y'all gonna keep commenting like he really gives a damn what y'all think about he gonna do as he please. Y'all must know him and Erica personally. Oh Lord, put the cape down. Listen, speaking of which, let's take a listen to some of, because it's true. Look, the last time he posted was around Father's Day. He doesn't post this much, but he had some video that I had the displeasure of listening to two lyrics from. Listen. Listen, if we play, listen.
Red figure that headshot. If them boy try and rush again, you know them dead back.
I couldn't. I was like, cause we were like, who is Safaree? What music is he known for? After I clicked on that, I clicked right off. Just as long as you saw me listen to this, is as long as it took for me to click the heck off. So people are now on his page, and I don't want to hear any more from him. Or well, maybe let's hear a little of what he. Oh God, listen. I cannot. I don't even know what to say. This is. Oh, what's that? Hey! All right. So we have some apples that have come in. So let's take a look. And so Ruth sends $1 and says, sorry, it's not more, but hello. Oh no, every bit counts. Every bit is support. So thank you. And it's not a busy night tonight, so I'm able to read the smaller cash apps. Angela sends $1 and says she would not allow him to be there. No, let me ask you a question. Who could keep you from your child that may die? Who could keep you? Who? Don't come up with these excuses. You know, it's like we make these excuses for Black men. Everybody's always stopping them from being great. Who could stop you from being there if your child is fighting for their life? Even if you had to sit outside the room. Who could stop you? Who? Come on. It's like we hear all of these things over and over and over again. Oh, she won't let me see my child. They stopping me from getting a job. She moved away and she took the baby and she won't, I can't, come on. Who could stop you from being in your child's life? Cherie sends $10 and says, thank you for always encouraging mental health. Thank you. Come on. Let me make sure that look, I think I'm gonna open up the phone lines. How long have we been on? Okay. We've been on only for an hour. We're doing good. All right, we're doing good. I'm gonna open up the phone lines because I want to hear from you all, right? I want to hear what you all have to say about this. And then I'm going to see whether or not there's any links that I did not show you all. You know what? I mentioned how Erica Mena was the mistress to DJ Envy, but I don't even feel like showing that whole mess because we got other things to talk about. All right. Phone lines are open. 323-488. This is the number right here on the screen. You don't need to type in to try to figure out how to call. That's the number right there. 323-488-3149. I want to hear from you all and what it all is that you all have to say about this particular situation. Exactly, sit in the waiting room, something. But what you don't do is you don't show your own internal self-hatred being up on the gram with some silk pajama looking set, dancing around in a foreign country, and your child has oxygen hooked up to their nose, born prematurely from a mother who was stressed out. This is when you know a person just doesn't give a damn about themselves. When you don't care about yourself, you don't care about your offspring. It's as simple as that. So phone lines are open, 323-488-3149. I'm going to look and see what other links there are that I have not played yet. Oh, and then the phone line. Every time that always happens that way. All right. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, my name is Sarah.
Hi, Sarah. So what's your comment this evening?
My comment is that I completely agree with you. Even if she filed for divorce and she did not want him to be there, it's his child, right?
Yes.
And if you care about your child, you're going to do everything in your power to make sure that you're there for your child. And at the very least, if he's going to be away, you wouldn't be posting. So to me, this makes absolutely no sense. I think it's just excuses. This is somebody who's selfish. This is somebody who does not practice self-love. And when the child is going to grow up, he's going to be able to see all of that. And that could be very traumatic. And I don't agree with anybody making excuses for him.
Yeah, you know what? I just looked stunned while you were talking because somebody put up that she's the breadwinner. So I went and I looked up what her net worth is. And it says Erica Mena's net worth is around $1 million. So these people really don't have money. And so let's look up Safaree. Safaree net worth. Safaree's net worth is around 3 million. This is so when we start talking about net worth, that includes property, everything.
Exactly. Everything.
So who are these people? And how would they become famous? How would they gotten our attention? You know what? I appreciate your point of view. Thank you so much for calling in. Thank you. Oh my goodness. All right. Phone lines are open. I want to hear your points of view about this mess and madness. This is just, this whole thing is just stunning to me. I don't even know what to say about this. Let me check and see if there are any other links that I have not shown, because sometimes when I get off air, I'm like, oh, I never showed that. So let me just make sure that we showed everything. We talked about Iggy. We did. We showed the engagement. We showed that. Okay, let's see. We showed okay. All right. I'm just closing links. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
LaShonda.
Hi, LaShonda. What is your name? I'm so sorry. That's not what I meant to say because there's an echo in the background. Let me just read the rules for calling in. 1, turn down your volume of whatever you're watching in the background. Take me off of speakerphone. 2, talk to me through the phone. Write down any notes so that you're ready to talk when you call in. 4, we don't discuss other callers. And 5, we try to keep the calls around 5 minutes. So be succinct. Say the most important thing first. All right. So LaShondra, go forward.
Yes, I just wanted to say, it seems as if Safaree is crying out for attention, and he's being really petty. It's like he's rubbing his affluence in Erica's face. The extra posting that he's not used to doing, this outlandish behavior, I feel as if he's being really immature, and he's rubbing it in her face. Like, this is not his common behavior, and he's just going above and beyond to make sure she sees what he's doing.
Yeah, but the strange part about that is that it's a bad look for him. Like, he's not rubbing it in her face.
Bad.
It's like he's showing the world what he's made of, who he is.
Yes. I think once he reflects, he's definitely going to look back at this and feel awful about it. But I think the move that he's making now is just pettiness. He's trying to prove a point to Erica. He wants her to see him having fun, and he has no regard for her feelings or the child at this moment. But he will definitely look back on this moment and regret it.
I don't think so.
Really?
Oh, no, regret it. Why? You mean when he's in hospice care in 10 years, because he's a Black American rapper. So what, he got another good 10 years? So they talk about how women are the ones that are going to die alone and all this, that, and the other. But you think his child is not going to become aware of how, when he was fighting for his life in the NICU, that his father was up doing the StankyLeggin in Jamaica online?
Oh, definitely. The child is definitely going to know about it and feel some type of way about it. I just would like to hold on to hope that he will have some type of self-reflection in the future, some type of growth, and realize the error in his ways. Maybe he won't, but I would hope that you have to know at some point in life.
Leave that alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. Leave it alone. I'm serious. When people show you who they are, believe them. He is showing you who he is. This is not a 19-year-old child we're talking about. How old is he? He's 40.
Yeah, he's an adult man.
He is 40.
It's really sad.
He doesn't believe in therapy. He says he's fine. It's like we hold out for these people to have some inner goodness in them. Don't hold out for the inner goodness. Don't hold out.
Okay. I believe who he says he is.
It's as simple as that. Because we sit there, one day you're going to regret that. No. They're doing what they feel like doing right now in their prime, in their youth. They're doing it right now. So This is how he's choosing to live his life as a grown 40-year-old man. He's not a child.
And then that's incredibly sad and disheartening.
Why is that sad and disheartening? This is the life that he is
I mean,
choosing.
that a grown man would behave this way.
No, this is the life he's choosing. Chalk it up to information. This is information you're receiving. That there's a hypocrisy between what it is they say that they want and how they treat what it is that they claim that they want. This is information. No need to feel, don't cry for him, Argentina. Let that man get the outcome that he is moving towards. This is the life that he's living. This is what he's showing. He's not willing to get the help. Respect his choice. Respect his choice. This is his choice. Respect his choice. And just use this information to know that there are some mother effers out there who just don't give an F. They don't give an F.
Duly noted. Duly noted.
All right. Well, thank you so much for calling in. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, we've got to stop coddling these grown men. We've got to stop pretending as if there's some inner depth and that one day they're going to see how badly they treated us. Don't hold out for that day. Their life and their own redemption is their own. Worry about what the truth that you're seeing, realize it's their choice, and move accordingly. Don't give them no leeway. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hello, Tanya. Good evening. My name is Andrea Jones.
Hi,
Can you hear me?
Andrea. Welcome in. Yes, we hear you.
Yes. I have no respect for men who don't take care of their children. I'm 61, almost 62, and my mom raised 9 children by herself because my dad walked out on her when she was giving birth to my baby brother in the hospital. And, like I said, he walked out as she gave birth to my baby brother, who was my last sibling. And like I said, she raised all 9 of us. She did a tremendous job,
How old is your oldest sibling?
My oldest sibling is 76.
So this was 80 years ago. So I'm just trying to see. So 80 years ago, 76 years ago, which was 1943. 1943,
I was born in 59. And my baby brother was born in 61.
So in 1961, in the height of the civil rights movement in the United States, where black women weren't even really working, he left a woman with 9 children. How did he die? Did he die with people surrounding his bed?
You know what? My oldest brother moved in to take care of him, even though he didn't take care of us, okay? We had, my mom, we were talking about our father one day, and my mom stopped us. She said, wait a minute. She said, you will not do that, okay? She said, first of all, she said, that is your father. She would not allow us to talk about him, I couldn't understand it, To this day, I don't understand it. She said, you will not disrespect him, She said, after all, she said, that's your father, But my older brother, he moved in until, and with him to take care of him until the day he died. And he died 2 years ago, And
how old was
like
he?
I said, it pains me to see men not taking care of their children, Like I'm taking care of my 2 grandchildren right now. I've been taking care of them since the day they were born, 11 and 9 now, So I raised my 2 boys, well, men now. My younger son is a registered nurse, and he's ready to go back to school to become a nurse practitioner. And my older son, just I keep him in prayer, That's all I can do. And it's just, I don't understand what's going on, with our men, I don't understand, It's just, it's mind-boggling. It's just mind-boggling, you know. And I think one of the problems is how women take up for the men, okay? Because in my father's instance, his mom took up for him, you know. When my mom took my dad to court, he had his family sitting on the side of the courtroom with him, you know. And my mom sat on the side by herself with her children, you know. And I could never understand that, you know. I heard stories, you know, because I was young, you know. I was just a baby, you know. And my mom wound up, I'm from New Jersey. My mom wound up moving to Newark, you know, with all her children. And we were raised in Newark, you know. And it's just a hurtful feeling, you know, to see my mom. I used to see my mom cry, you know.
How come you didn't go to your father's side as he was dying?
Huh?
How come you didn't go to your father's side as he was dying?
Well, I live in Florida now. I've been living in Florida for almost 25 years
The
now.
question is, why didn't you go to his side?
Why did I go to his side? Because I didn't have the money to go. I went to his funeral, but I didn't have the money to, you know, to travel up there to be with him. Like I said, I care for my grandchildren, you know. I just didn't have the money.
Oh. If you had the money, you would have gone.
Yes, I would have.
To wipe his behind when he could no longer wipe it himself.
Exactly. Yes. Because I don't treat people the way they treat me, okay? Because karma is a payback, you know? What goes around comes around, you know? And my mom used to always tell us, you don't mistreat people because the person you mistreat might have to bring you a glass of water one day, you know? So you have to be mindful of how you treat people, you know?
I hear you.
And, you know, so and that's the way, you know, we were raised, you know. But I do remember in 2015, my brother asked me to come up there and care for him while he went to visit his family for Christmas. And I went up there and I cared for my father, you know, for 2 weeks. And he was so disrespectful, you know, and nasty, you know. But, you know, I didn't take it, you know.
So you went to care for your dying father who abandoned your mother in the 1960s with 9 children. And when you went to care for his old decrepit ass, he was mean and nasty to you.
Yes, he was. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. And I think it was, you know, he knew. I think it was the fact that he knew how he treated us. And then we were the one who came to his aid, you know?
I'm listening.
We were the one.
Okay.
We were the one who came to his aid, and it probably was the guilt. I think it was the guilt. Of, you know, and he had to, you know,
Did you leave him in caked on diapers for longer?
Oh, no. He was able to walk around, you know.
Oh,
but he couldn't be left alone, you know.
Why couldn't he be left alone?
Because he had medical problems. He had diabetes. He had heart trouble, you know, and he just couldn't get around anymore, you know.
How did it make you feel overall? How did it make you feel overall to care for him?
Well, how can I say it? In a way,
say it, because you're thinking too much now. How did it make you feel?
How can I?
Come on now.
How can I say? You know what? It didn't bother me one way or the other, you know? I knew he was my father, but I didn't have that connection.
How did it make you feel to care for a person who didn't care for you, who was nasty to you as you were trying to care for them? How did that make you feel?
How did it make me feel? It didn't make me angry, you know?
You're not answering the question. How did it make you feel? You're not answering. Why won't you answer how it made you feel? Yes, that's the question.
How did it make me feel?
Yes.
It didn't make. I wasn't angry.
You're not
he didn't make me
answering. You're
angry.
answering how you
Well,
did not feel. How did you feel? How did you feel?
I felt pleasure, you know,
Okay.
because after all, I felt pleasure. Because after
Okay.
all, it made me. It made.
This is your
I wanted.
politically correct
I
answer
want.
that you gave after 4 times of asking. That's fine.
Oh,
After you had
okay,
the
okay, okay. I just wanted him to see, you know, that he didn't. Him not being there didn't affect us, you know, the way he probably thought it did. You know, we had to look at him at the end. You know, in the end, he did nothing for us. You know, but
you
in the
know,
long run, even though he did nothing for us, we all succeeded. You know, we all succeeded. You know, and that's the way I look at it. You know, he didn't bother me one way or the other. You
you all
know.
succeeded. Succeeded in what way?
Okay. My mom, you know, my mom had a sixth-grade education, but she pushed education. You know, we all went to college. Most of us went to college. We had high school degrees. You know, my father had a house. My father had cars. He had boats, but my father wound up losing everything. Everything. You know, I mean everything, Tanya. And they have a saying, God don't like ugly, you know, or the Most High, you know, whatever people believe in, you know. My father had a $200 footstool that he would put his feet on, but he didn't even know if his children was eating or not, you know. And you know, things like that used to anger me. And it used to anger me to the point, you know, where I used to get sick. And then, you know, I said, why am I getting angry over this man and getting sick over this man? And I had to, I had to, retrain my thoughts, you know, on
Right.
why am I so angry at
Instead
this
of feeling
man?
sick, you then
It,
suppressed it so that
it,
you no longer felt sick.
exactly.
So
And
that you just
depression
kept it
had set in
inside, eating
so
away at
bad.
you.
Exactly. And I had to let the bitterness and the anger go, for him, you know. And that's why, you know, I had to let so much go because it had been bottled up inside, you know, for so long. And I had a sister that he treated like gold, you know, and it was like she was, the only one that he treated good. And my sister had
And
epilepsy, and
so
she had died.
I'm
She
so
had,
confused.
can
He left the
can I just tell
family
you
but
this?
kept in
She
touch
had
with one of the children?
only one, and she would get anything she wanted from him, anything she wanted.
What was
It was,
different about her?
I never knew. We never knew.
And
We
where was
never
she?
knew.
Where was she? Oh, you said she died before he did.
She died at age 16. Tanya, I hate to say this, but when she died, she had epilepsy. She started having seizures, grand mal seizures, at 7 years old. And it had got to a point where she was having 8 and 10 seizures at a day, you know. And she suffered so bad. But when she
Okay.
died, it hurt him so bad. I mean, it broke him, you know. And I hate to say this, but I was glad when she died because she wasn't suffering. But I was also glad when she died just to see him hurt. And maybe that sounds harsh and mean and cruel, but to me, I loved it, you know, just to see him hurt, you know. And
Listen,
we never understood what was the difference, you know.
tell us your name one more time, please.
Andrea Jones.
Okay, Andrea, have you gotten any type of therapy about this relationship that you had with your father?
Not with my father, but I had been in therapy because I have suffered from depression since I was a teenager. So I have been in and out of therapy, yes.
Okay, have you ever spoken with anyone to try to heal some of the wounds that exist with the relationship that you had with your father?
No, because I have been working on other things, you know, in therapy.
Okay.
But I do go in and out. I mean, because I have been through a lot, you know. Something I can't discuss over, you know, the air, you know. But I can, you know, you know, text you and, you know, tell you, you know. But some of it I don't want to disclose,
No,
you know,
it's
on
quite all
air,
right.
you
It's
know.
quite all right because I feel like there's a little bit of denial going on where you say, "Oh, we all turned out fine." However, you all didn't. And there's still generational trauma that exists with, like you said, your oldest son. You're taking care of his children because your oldest son has some issues
Oh
that are
no, no,
going on with
okay, no, no. When I say we all, I'm talking about my mother's children.
your
Except for,
mother's
you know, probably
children.
me.
Listen,
No, I'm talking.
listen, I'm sorry, Andrea, hear me out.
Yes, I'm listening.
Hear
I'm
me out.
sorry.
Hear me out.
Go ahead.
So there's some things going on with your son, right? Your son chose a woman that wouldn't even take care of her children, so you're taking care of the children, right?
Right.
You said that when your father got ill that you didn't have the money to go visit him, right? So there are a
Right.
lot of different things going on. You said we're all doing well, but I'm hearing something different. And what I'm hearing is that there may be a need to speak with someone for some additional healing as relates to this particular situation and relationship you have with your father, and then suppressing all of those emotions and feelings inside.
Okay. Hello?
Yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I lost you. Okay.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, listen.
But I did get your self affirmation book.
Yay, I'm
So
so
you know
glad to hear that.
yes. So I haven't started working on it yet, but
You haven't started working in it yet?
no,
How long have
no,
you had
because
it?
you know I have been in and out of the hospital. I suffer from a lot of medical problems too. You know, it's just a lot going on, a lot,
Right.
a lot. You know.
So listen to what it is that I'm saying, right?
Yes.
There are some things that are going on. I'm not surprised that you have health issues. I'm not surprised because for so long you've been pushing down and suppressing the feeling that you truly have for your father. And then the conflict inside of you is so great that when I asked you how you felt, 4 times you answered me how you did not feel. And then when you caught yourself and then constructed an answer, you started saying how it brought you pleasure. Listen, it's okay to be angry at your father. It's okay to be upset. It's okay to let those things out. Let it out. What's not okay is to pretend as if it's not happening, to pretend as if you don't feel a certain way and keep it bottled
Right.
up inside. That type of stuff breeds dis-ease. All right. You know,
Thank you.
we wish you the best, you know.
Mhm.
Please get therapy specifically about the relationship that you have with your father. Your life matters. Take control of your life and find the healing that you need while you're still alive. Okay? We love
Okay.
you.
Yes. Thank you so much. And
Thank
you
you
know, I
for
love you
calling in.
too.
Thank you. And work
I
in your
love your
book.
content, and I'm on the text bar, so I'm always listening, and I
Okay.
appreciate what you do.
Okay, and please write in your book, do those affirmations. The affirmations book works, but you got to
I
do
will.
it.
I will.
Okay? All right.
I
Thank you
will.
so much for
Yes.
calling in.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Taya.
Okay. All right. So the phone lines are open. We're going to take a few more phone calls. What is that? Hey. All right. So Rachel sends $2 and says heart, heart. Thank you so much, Rachel. Lashandra sends $2 and says, I love your energy. Thank you. Hold on. The phone is ringing. Hold on for just one moment. I'll be with you in a second. Okay. And then we have Vanessa sends $3 and says, he dustier than dust. Child, listen, I don't even, I'm at a loss right now. Pregnancy is no joke. Shame on Safaree, says Latoya, who sends $5. Thank you. Is this unbelievable? What he's doing is self-hate, self-abuse, and lack of self-worth. Because when you value yourself, you value your offspring. You don't just leave them out there blowing in the wind, suffering in the ICU. All right. Cherie sends $3 and says, Tanya, get the cape. Listen, I'm not going to read the rest of that. Child, listen. I'm going to leave that right there. All right. Welcome. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? Hello?
Hear me?
Okay, I hear you now. Go ahead.
You're Tanya?
This is Tanya.
Is this Tanya?
You're on the air live. What is your name?
Oh, I'm so sorry because I'm watching the video and it's not.
What are the rules of the broadcast? Listen, we know the rules of the broadcast. I read them out. I read them out. The phone lines are open. 323-488-3149. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Bree.
Hi, Bree. How can we help you?
Hi. I wanted to get some advice from you about a relationship that I'm.
Do you have a comment
struggling
about Safaree? Because if you'd like to get some coaching, or that's very different. And also, if you want advice, because I don't give advice, right? I only speak with people and I let you come to your conclusions, right? So listen, if you want some advice, you type it out to me and I'll post it on my Facebook page tomorrow.
Oh, okay. I don't have any Facebook, but
No, no, you don't have to have Facebook. All you have to do is type it out. I will post it on the Facebook page. You don't have Facebook, I can post it on the YouTube page. You know, you have the answer inside of you. You know what to do. You know what you're leaning towards, and you want somebody to give you the okay to do what you know that you want to do on the inside. Type out your thing. I'll post it on YouTube. I'll post it on Facebook. You can look and read the responses from people. Okay?
Okay, sorry.
All right. No, there's no need to apologize. Thank you so much for calling in. Okay. I'm gonna turn off the phone lines. You know what? I don't want to end it on that note. We're gonna take one last phone call. Let me go through the Let me go through and just hold on. The phone line is ringing again. All right. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name? Let me make sure that we have gone through all of the windows that we were supposed to go through. You're on the air live with Tanya. What's your name?
Hi, it's Rachel.
Hi, Rachel. So what is your comment this evening?
So I kind of wanted to go on a little tangent and address the fact that I keep seeing people talk about preferences in the video. And I feel like
Tell us your name one more time.
Oh, sorry, it's Rachel.
Okay, hi, Rachel. So what is your name in the comments? Are you watching from Facebook or YouTube?
YouTube.
Okay, what's your name on YouTube?
It's Ray of Sunshine 144.
Okay, Ray of Sunshine. So continue forward. You said you're irked by people talking about preferences. And you know, one of the first rule of the broadcast is to turn down the volume of anything going on in the background. Make sure I'm not on speakerphone because I hear a little bit of an echo.
Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. Yeah. So it doesn't irk me that people talk about it. I think the thing that irks me is that it feels like it's part of a bigger game, I guess. I feel like men, especially immature Black men, externalize their self-hate and kind of, you know, it's over time, it's kind of pitted, you know, like darker women versus ambiguous or lighter women or both, against each other in some ways. And
Okay. I need you to
yeah,
say the most important thing that you'd like to say first. Let's start with that, because remember we have time constraints on the line. So what is the most important thing that you'd like to express?
yeah, I kind of wanted to comment on that is all. And then, yeah, I feel like Safaree just hates her. Like everything he does just seems to be getting back at her for the last thing that, she's done, and just keeps escalating. There was no need for him to go to Jamaica, even though she said she didn't want him in the room when she's giving birth.
Right. And
Also,
what is your ethnicity or your race that you honed in on that whole preference part?
I'm biracial. My mom is a dark-skinned Black woman. My dad is white. Not to be an annoying, biracial, but I've been in some terrible ass relationships with Black men. So I guess like it's not only Black women that get treated badly. Like I think it's just a function of immature men.
Can you tell me where on this platform that we have expressed that Black men only treat Black women poorly? Can you help us understand where you gathered that?
Oh no, I'm sorry. I just have seen a bunch of comments that, like, oh, finally, other women, other races, whatever, are getting it.
Okay,
I don't know
so
if that
then,
makes, I'm
right,
making sense. I'm
so
sorry.
I can understand what you're saying, but I don't see how it aligns, because you're saying that it's not just Black women who get treated badly, but you're saying that that is in response to people making statements that other races of women are being treated badly or poorly. So how, I don't understand. I don't see how we got to it's not just Black women when people are acknowledging that other women from other ethnicities and other races and multi-ethnic and preferences, etc., are getting this terrible treatment. Do you hear the echo that I hear?
I'm
Am I
not hearing it. I'm
am I on
sorry.
speakerphone or anything like that?
No, you're not.
Okay, because there's like every time I talk, there's a tiny echo down at the bottom. But go ahead. So I'm not sure how you got to that. So you see people commenting, oh, preferences are getting treated badly, but then you call in and say that it irks you. So what is your real feeling? I mean, you're on the line, you called in to express yourself. So Ray, express yourself.
No, I think it just irks me the fact that like men have people talking about that, because I think it's just, yeah, men kind of externalize their own issues onto other women, and it's kind of taken the form of them over time having had treated some darker women as less than. Does that make sense?
It does make
Anyway.
sense. However, I want to put two and two together so that we can understand what you're irked by. You're irked by men taking their external frustrations out and having the conversation be about skin tone. Help us understand.
I'm sorry. I think I might have gotten the conversation too convoluted. I'm gonna just leave it at that.
No, don't leave it at that, Rachel. Why run? You called in because you wanted to express, because this is how I feel, right? So, I mean, but you see, the thing is, I don't want you to call in so that you could have me talk over your phone time, because you called in to express how you feel. You said that you were irked about this preference reference, but you won't express yourself about how you feel. Because this is the bottom line. This is the bottom line, right?
Okay.
For many years, Black men have been saying, well, Black women, you have been doing all of these things wrong. This is why we do not behave. This is why we don't act right. This is why we are not showing up, right? And they said, we want people who are submissive. We want people who have quote unquote real here. We want people who don't have attitudes. We want people who are XYZ, who cater to us, et cetera, et cetera. And I even showed a video that I did in 2019 that pontificated, are there cultural differences that exist in the Hispanic community that would make a Black man cater more over there than in another community, right? And then we saw, before the video was even over, that the same men that she was like, oh, Black men cater to us, had her there looking like beloved Shug baby crawling up out of the ground, hair wild, holding on to her little multi-ethnic baby, crying alone into the darkness as the man walked out the door. So the conversation is really ultimately about Black men and the help that they are not getting for their own internal issues. They're not getting the therapy. They're not learning from their relationship mistakes. They're blaming women and acting as if it is the woman's quote unquote beauty or youth or hair or her nails or her shoes or her French tips or whatnot that is going to get the relationship to work. And these are superficial things and that have no real true bearing on how healthy a relationship is going to be. There's a person by the name of Kitten Heels who makes these videos lambasting Black women and really shredding them apart. And what has happened, and I think that there's frustration on both sides, because what has happened for so many years is that Black men talked about how much they prefer lighter complected, multi-ethnic, ambiguous women. And I can tell that you watch, a lot of videos because they're words that you were stating that we don't really talk very much about on my channel. So you have been watching videos around. So I'm surprised that you're having difficulty articulating yourself, considering you've had the chance to watch videos. You live in this existence. You've dated Black men. Do you date white men as well?
No, I don't.
Is there a particular reason why you don't date white men? And your daddy is white.
Just never really been attracted to them for the most part.
Okay. Do white men try to get with you? Do they approach you? Do they pursue you?
Not as much, I would say.
Okay. So you have Black men who aggressively pursue you then?
Yeah, I guess you could say that. But I do tend to, I feel like I gravitate towards it more, and I feel like I have more in common with them because of cultural things.
Okay. So what I'm hearing is that Black men, are you light complected?
I am. And so, yeah, I guess like maybe that's where the wording of, being irked comes from, is like, I feel like sometimes darker skinned women, like having been pitted against lighter women, like kind of view me as different, right? Or like as one of those types. And I'm like, no, I can fucking relate.
You can relate to what?
To, I guess, like having been treated, like badly, while not bearing the burden of colorism. You know what I mean?
I'm listening, but I'm a little bit confused because it sounds as when you first called up, you specifically spoke about how the whole sentiment of preference and ambiguousness troubled you. However, you're stating that part of the reason that you mainly date Black men is because Black men have demonstrated that they find you to be the preference and they pursue you. Somebody in the comment wanted to know whether or not you were a little on the curvy or thick side.
I'm not.
Okay, so
Does that matter?
you're not. The neighborhood that you live in, do you live in an area where there are white people or mainly Black people?
It's mainly white people.
Okay, so in the neighborhood of mainly white people, the school that you went to, mainly white people?
Yeah, but I went to like if you're talking about high school type of thing, it was all girls school. So, you know what I mean?
Okay.
College, HBCU, but it's the one that our VP went to, and the ratio of men to women is 14-1. So
the ratio of men to women at an
sorry.
HBCU is 14 men to
I'm
1
sorry.
woman?
I'm sorry, I got a mess. 14 women to 1 man.
So
So
let me
I guess that's where part of the experience comes from with bad relationships.
Okay, so you went to an
You know?
HBCU, and
Mhm.
there
Yeah.
were, like you said, there are 14 women, 14 black women to 1 black man at the university. So my question is,
Mhm.
did you see black men choosing you over browner skinned women?
I would say I've gotten quantity, but not quality.
The question is, did you see black men choosing you over browner skinned women?
Geez.
So, because I'm
I
seeing
guess
you're
you could say.
struggling with that answer,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
it's yes or no. Did you see them?
Mhm.
And the delay lets me know that there's some conflict in what it is that you want to say versus what you want us to
Mhm.
hear. So we're just going to take that as a yes. Okay, is that safe to say
Mhm.
that we're going to take it as a yes, that you saw black men choosing you over browner skinned women?
I guess you could say that. I mean, I don't know.
Okay.
Some of my
Okay.
situations are not cut and dry, but
Okay. And then
I'd rather not go
so
into that for time's sake.
Okay, so are your features more negroid, or are they ambiguous? What are your features like?
They are more ambiguous for the most part, but
Okay.
yeah.
So your features are more ambiguous. So did you see black men choosing you over browner skinned women with less with non-ambiguous features, women who were more negroid? Did you see black men choosing you over those women? Now, we're not talking about the quality of the relationship. We're just talking about being chosen.
Mhm. Yeah, I would say the last relationship I had, like, that happened.
Okay.
And that person was like the most problematic person I've ever dealt with. So I guess that was yeah.
Listen. And listen, I feel your pain, and I understand that it's very confusing to be in a situation where you may hear black women, using words like preference and ambiguous, and how black men are preferring certain types of women. But when we ask about your real life experience, you have seen that black men have chosen your more ambiguous features over features that were non-ambiguous, more negroid, right? How did it make you feel? You're in an environment with 14 women to 1 man, 14 women to each man, right? And you've gone specifically to an HBCU, which is historically Black college and university, because I went to an HBCU and I know why I went to an HBCU. Can you tell us why you chose to go to an HBCU?
Oh yeah, no, I wanted to I was tired of like the white environment and people saying like stupid shit. I'm sorry, ignorant things.
Okay, so you wanted to be around black people. You wanted to be around, so you had dated mainly black men even before you went to college. And how far out of college are you, like your age right now?
I didn't date I did not do any dating before I went to college. So I just realized like I wasn't really attracted to anybody in high school, and I'm like, okay, what's wrong with me? Everyone.
Well, you went to an all-girls high school. Who were you supposed to be attracted to there?
I'm sorry. Our boys' high school that we interacted with, they were all white. I was like, why am I not attracted to anyone? Anyway, go to a HBCU, and I'm like, okay, like, I'm attracted to some of these people.
Okay, so then how did it make you feel to be in an environment with very limited male resource and you being chosen over other women? How did it make you feel to have that happen? How did you feel?
I guess my issue is I didn't feel like I was chosen because, like, for the most part, I did not end up in relationships with people, or I
And
got played.
the question is,
So
because
anyway,
listen,
but I saw women around me in stable relationships. So I guess it depends on what you consider being chosen. Is
okay,
it being approached? Because
being
I feel like guys will approach
being
anybody.
approached, being pursued, being fetishized, having the quantity, having the in an environment where it's 14-1, you have this what could be perceived as an advantage, yes or no?
Yeah,
Okay, how old are you now? We didn't get that answer.
25.
Okay, so you're 25, so you're out of college maybe 4 years now.
Mhm.
Okay. And so what you ended up experiencing was men choosing you, pursuing you, but not treating you well and not getting into long-term committed monogamous relationship with you, correct?
Mhm.
All right. So you are saying exactly what it is that we're saying. That Black men go on and on about what it is that they prefer, but then they fetishize the person that they prefer to the point that they don't see them as human. They don't treat them better. We showed videos of men with their quote unquote preference. You see, this man has his preference child in the NICU, and his ass is StankyLegging in Jamaica while his baby fights for his life. So you're saying the exact thing that we're saying, and we hope that these conversations can open up the eyes of Black women, multi-ethnic women, women of other races, biracial women, and all sorts of women who can see and understand that the hoopla that Black men are spewing may not necessarily be the truth, because in essence, the true work has to be done inside. They need to get therapy. They need to heal from the past issues. They need to work on their brokenness. They need to break generational curses. They need to fix their patterns and habits. And so while a person may feel that they have the advantage, they're like, oh, well, you know, I have ambiguous features. My skin is lighter. My hair may be looser in texture, right? And all of these men are approaching me. But at the end of the day, how is it that you were treated, Ray? How were you treated? Were you treated like this grand prize? Were you treated with kid gloves? Were you treated like the Fabergé egg?
No, not at all. Yeah. And so I guess I meant to agree with you guys, but I was saying it in a kind of convoluted way. And I also was reading the comments on the live. And so I started tripping over myself because I'm like, oh boy, people are judging me.
So the issue is that there's so many women who feel that they have the upper hand on Black women because their skin is lighter or their features are more ambiguous, and they're like, oh, Black men cater to us. But at the end of the day, are these men who are pursuing a person based on superficial aesthetics, are these men even equipped to be able to treat their preference in a way that is indicative of a person who knows how to have healthy relationships? Is it?
No, not at all. And like, to your point, this is why I now consciously like avoid people who, you know, like only date, like white girls or lighter girls or whatever, because I know they're just going to be problematic.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. Because at the end of the day, how healed is a person who is going around, and you know, you can look into this for yourself as well, because how healed is a person who is using race as the determining factor for attraction, race, color of skin. How healed is this person? How open is this person? You included. You included, if you close, especially with the fact that your father is white. You know, have you taken the time to really look into yourself to figure out why is it that you claim to have, or you've set yourself up to not feel attraction for white men or white young men or white boys?
Sorry, what was the question?
Why? The question is, Have you looked into why you've set yourself up to feel that you don't have attraction for white men, white young men, white boys?
I wouldn't say I'm not entirely attracted to them. I feel like I just like a certain skin like I like olive skin or darker.
Right.
So
And so I'm saying that I
that kind of
find that
rules out a bunch of yeah.
I find that problematic. When we
Mm-hmm.
start deciding
Yeah.
that we're going to be attracted to people based on skin tone, you know, you
You're right.
then get onto the other end of the problematicness with the fetishization. It's like skin tone doesn't determine whether or not a person is attractive. Skin tone doesn't determine whether or not a person is going to be a good father. Skin tone doesn't determine whether or not a person, and I'd say to you, honey, divest. Divest.
But you know
Find
what's
a man,
funny?
find a man who
Actually,
is going to find a man who is going to love you for you. Find a man who's going to appreciate you as a unique individual and human being. Find a man who's going to step up and show up for you. Do not let skin tone, do not let race be the main feature at the forefront of whether or not you decide that you're going to give a person a chance.
oh yeah. No. You were right about that. And, you know, probably need to do some work around that. I do want to say though, regarding your divest comment, my dad, who I said was white, treated my mom terribly and cheated on her for 20 years. So I know people talk about, you know, divesting and all that, but that's not always the solution. Just a side note.
What do you see now? You're bringing the stuff that you have hanging around the word divest. What is the definition of divest? What's the definition of divest? According to you, what do you think the definition of divest is?
I mean, I know I hear it a lot regarding specifically, you know, like Black women deciding to consider dating or start dating other races.
Okay. Why?
Would you concur with that?
No, divest just means to not solely invest in one area, to diversify. Like the word diversify, divest. Don't just put all your eggs in one basket. And one of the things that seems like it's happening with you is because of this relationship that your white father had with your Black mother, because he was so terrible and behaved in such a manner that you may be associating some of his characteristics with whiteness. And so you think that if you don't go the route that your mother went, that maybe, and I'm saying divest, date different people, date the person who's going to show up for you. Date the person who's going to treat you the way you deserve to be treated. We did a video before this one in the ways that men show that they love that they love a woman. And when a man loves you, you can feel that. And what we don't want you to do is we don't want you to go out there dating men who hate themselves, trying to shine up shit into diamonds. Listen,
Yes.
divest. Don't just date Black men, even you as a biracial young woman. Don't use skin tone as the main determining factor of who you're going to give interest to. See who is pursuing you. See who is presenting the lifestyle that they have to offer you to you. See who is coming and showing up for Rachel. Who is going to show up for you? Who is going to be there when Rachel needs somebody? I mean, it's more than just and the thing is that far too many of us women, we lead with race, we lead with skin tone, and we wonder why we are having issues when we are forcing ourselves to fish from a limited pond. Open up your options, my dear, and date who is going to be the right person for you, and find out these issues that you have around race. And because listen, I'm bicultural, right? And I know that there was a part of me that for many years was seeking to be with a Caribbean man because I felt like I would lose my Caribbeanness if I didn't get a Caribbean man and create a life in that way. But I had to do my own healing work. So I don't know what part of you wants to enter back into the blackness. So you're like, I have to find a black man so that I don't lose, my small amount of black roots or whatnot. All I'm saying is find a person who is right for you and love the person who is going to love you in the ways that you deserve to be loved. And far too often we women reject and neglect the man who is willing to show up for us because we are doing real life psychodramas in these relationships trying to heal hurt wounds. And there's some wounds that need to be healed in your life.
No, you're right. That's
It's
really good
okay.
advice, and I appreciate
Embrace
it.
your string bean casserole. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I didn't have to go there. I'm sorry. If your mother's black, you're probably not doing string bean casserole. So my bad. You probably are doing some, okay, all right, my bad. Okay, my bad. But if you have to embrace a string bean casserole, don't be afraid of it. That's fine. I mean, there are people who eat casseroles that are string bean. Well, listen, thank you so much for calling in. We appreciate you taking this time to speak with us this evening. Thank you.
Thank you. This is why I love your videos.
Well, thank you. We love you too. Thank you.
Have a good night.
All right. So the phone lines are closed. We are coming to the top of the hour now. Oh yes, it's 2 hours we've been on here. So what we're going to do is we're going to get ready. What is that? There was somebody who says that they don't like my Apple's music. And I'm like, what are you talking about? How could you not like that lively music? All right. So Kim sends $8 and says for heart. Thank you. We appreciate that. Cataline sends $5 and says, you helped clarifying what I need to do. Thank you. Oh, well, what is that you need to do? You're leaving us in suspense. Come on, Cataline. What do you need to do? It's like a novel that we don't have the answers to. All right. Davina sends $4 and says for support. Thank you. I appreciate all of you all sending your apples through. The apples help support the show, so shout out to everybody who sends their apples through. Ginger sends $5 and says, appreciate you, Tanya. Love and fire. Yes, thank you. You know what? You know what I want you all to do? I need to break these videos up into smaller parts, like the video that I did with Kitten. I would love it if when you all watch the videos, if there's a particular part that you feel other people will benefit from, give me the minute and second so that I can clip that out. Because to me, I'm biased. I think every single minute of the video needs to be played and heard. However, if there is a particular section that you feel is very poignant, then let me know. And Natanya sends $5 and says, supporting your platform. Thank you. If you have benefited from my videos in any way, and you feel my videos and you want to support, send the apples through, join the text notification squad. The link to the text notification squad is below. So I appreciate that. Thank you all so very much. So I appreciate you all coming out. And so listen, it's a little late, but we're still gonna funk it up. Hey. Oh. Hey. At least listen, at least we ain't out here like Safaree over here in Jamaica, leg up. Hey, come on, man. This fool. Listen, I appreciate each and every one of you for coming out. Thank you so much. Hey. Thank you all for coming out and supporting the show. Oh, hey. Listen, go ahead and get yourself yourself some rest. 111, make a wish. It's 1:11 in the morning. Hey, 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 hey. I appreciate you all. This was an interesting topic, so thank you all for coming out and discussing it with us. We appreciate all of you. I'm your host, Tanya TKO. Make sure you thumbs up the video. Make sure you like the video. Make sure you subscribe, tag a friend so that you know how to find my videos. Again, if you were tagged to this video, make sure you like. Oh, yeah. Oh, go out there and love one another. Most importantly, what? Love yourself. And part of loving yourself is what? I'm so glad for that last phone call because it brings up self-love lesson, because far too many women are accepting of the fetishization because they see that they have lighter skin, they see that they have the looser texture hair or the ambiguous features, and they feel happy for the increased attention that they have and the advantage that they have over other women. However, at the end of the day, how healthy is a relationship going to be when it's built on superficial means? If a person isn't really interested in getting to know you as a human being, and that their main factor is the lightness of your skin and how much more aligned you are with their oppressor, what's the foundation of that relationship? Really, what is the foundation of that? So on that note, I love you all so very much. I will see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Hey, 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 hey. Make sure that you subscribe. These are my links over here. Click the videos. The video. Oh, click the videos. Click the videos. Okay, I will see you all. I'll see you all in the next video. Tanya TKO, and I'm out. Please go out there and love one another. Most importantly, love yourself.